Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. His Majesty King Abdullah held talks with visiting U.S. Vice President Mike Pence that mainly focused on developments related to the Palestinian issue and Jerusalem. Talks at the Al Husseiniya Palace in the presence of Her Majesty Queen Rania, Mrs. Pence and officials from both sides also touched on relations between Jordan and the United States, the Syria crisis and fighting terrorism. The visit, His Majesty said, comes at a very critical point in the region, saying that the Palestinian-Israeli conflict is a potential major source of instability. He again voiced his concern regarding the U.S. decision on Jerusalem. King Abdullah said he looked to Washington to rebuild trust and confidence in moving towards a two-state solution in Israel after President Trump's announcement. The king said, quote, "Again, for us, Jerusalem is key to Muslims and Christians as it is to Jews," end quote. His Majesty thanked the United States for its historic friendship with Jordan, saying the United States has been a partner that has always stood with Jordan in tough times. Pence, for his part, said his visit is to reaffirm the strong ties between the two countries, commending the role Jordan plays in the region and across the globe. The United States, he said, is committed to continue to respect Jordan's role as the custodian of holy sites in Jerusalem and remains committed to a two-state solution to the conflict if the two sides agree to it.
Vice President, on behalf of all of us here in Jordan, we welcome you to our country. I'm glad that we're seeing you here today, especially when it comes at a very critical point in our region. And first, I would like to acknowledge and thank the U.S. for its historical friendship and support to Jordan across many, many years. You have been a partner that has always stood with our country and our people through very difficult times. And I just wanted to express how much we appreciate the continuous support that we get from your country. Our wide-ranging discussions today, I believe, are timely. And as always, as friends and partners, we will be candid and frank with each other. As you are aware, obviously for us, the Palestinian-Israeli conflict for Jordan and the region we see as a potential major source of instability. That is why we were encouraged by the President's early commitment to bring a solution to this decades-long conflict. I had continuously voiced over the past year in my meetings in Washington my concerns regarding the U.S. decision on Jerusalem that does not come as a result of a comprehensive settlement to the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, and I know that we are going to talk about that today and that you have some points that you're going to raise. Again, for us, Jerusalem is key to Muslims and Christians as it is to Jews. It is key to peace in the region. Today, we have a major challenge to overcome, especially with some of the rising frustrations. And I think it's very important, and your visit here, I'm sure, is to rebuild the trust and confidence in not only how we move forward with a two-state solution on, for us, June 4th, 1967 lines and East Jerusalem as a capital of an independent Palestinian state, but living side by side with a secure and recognized Israel in accordance with international laws and the Arab Peace Initiative. We understand the challenges, and we hope that the U.S. will reach out and find the right way to move forward in these challenging circumstances. We believe that with all the right intentions and the support of the international community, this is extremely possible, and we will work very closely with our friends in this endeavor. Again, I want to reiterate our historic partnership and has always been underpinned by the friendship between our two countries and our mutual interest in advancing peace, stability and prosperity in the region. And today I know that we'll be talking about some bilateral issues as well as some key regional issues and our commitment and our steadfastness with our partners to fight terrorism.
Well, thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you for the warm hospitality of our entire delegation, and it is good to see you and Her Majesty and to be able to come with my wife and our team to your beautiful country. Thank you for the hospitality. I bring greetings from your friend, President Donald Trump, who asked me to come to Jordan to talk about a broad range of issues in security and prosperity and regional issues with you, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to do that. As you mentioned, Your Majesty, the United States and Jordan have stood together for decades It has been a partnership, strategic in scope, important in the region and important in the world. And we are here to reaffirm our friendship and our partnership and our great respect for you and for the role that the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan has played in this region and across the globe during all the time of our friendship and partnership. I'm also here to express our great admiration for your leadership and the courage of the Jordanian military in the fight against terrorism. Together with the American military and the Iraqi military and our coalition partners, we've made dramatic progress in the battle against ISIS, driving ISIS out of Iraq, driving ISIS out of the capital of their so-called caliphate of Raqqa. And you can be assured that we will continue to work closely with you as we drive ISIS out of existence together. Let me also say that, as the United States made clear in recent days, we remain committed to Syria, to a presence in Syria, not only to defeat ISIS, but to restrain the malign influence of Iran and other efforts in the region that would add to further destabilization. We look forward to working with you, Your Majesty, on the UN-led political process to free that country of the Assad regime and give Syria a new future and a fresh start toward peace and prosperity. Let me also say, at President Trump's direction, we're announcing in the last week more than $110 million that the United States is making available to rebuild Christian and religious minority communities in Iraq and Syria that have been decimated by war. And we're grateful for your personal commitment to religious diversity and religious freedom. And we look forward to working with you to ensure that all the peoples of all different faiths can find a way forward and recover after these years of conflict. There are issues between our two countries that I look forward to illuminating, ways that we can strengthen our ties on security, ways that we can continue to work closely with you, Your Majesty, to advance the prosperity of all of the people of Jordan. But there are also regional issues, and among friends, I look forward to hearing again your perspective. President Trump made a historic decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, but as he also made clear in that decision, that we are committed to continue to respect Jordan's role as the custodian of holy sites, that we take no position on boundaries and final status. Those are subject to negotiation. And as I've made clear to you and the President made clear to the world, the United States of America remains committed, if the parties agree, to a two-state solution. We are committed to restarting a peace process, and Jordan does now and has always played a central role in facilitating peace in the region, and we look forward to your counsel and to your direct and central involvement in that process in the days ahead. And so we are here as partners for security. We are here as partners in both of our nations' prosperity, and we are here as friends. And to both of your majesties, we thank you for extending the hospitality of the Hashemite Kingdom, and I look very much forward to our discussion.
Thank you.
His Majesty the King met with a delegation representing the Arab and International Relations Council, AIRC, led by its chairman, Mohammed Jassim al-Saqr, for talks on the region's latest developments, especially the Palestinian cause and Jerusalem. The King said the Palestinian cause is a central issue and urged the international community to assume its responsibilities in finding a political solution to relaunch peace efforts. His Majesty voiced Jordan's full support to Palestinians in maintaining their historical and legal rights in Jerusalem. The King added that Jordan will continue safeguarding Muslim and Christian sites in Jerusalem as part of the Hashemite custodianship on the city's holy shrines. King Abdullah highlighted the crucial role the AIRC has assumed in presenting pan-Arab stances at global arenas, especially the Mideast challenges. The delegation voiced appreciation to Jordan's key role to achieve stability and security in the region and His Majesty's efforts in defending the Palestinian cause and Jerusalem. Separately, His Majesty discussed with members of Nizami Ganjavi International Center's boards of trustees a number of regional issues, at the forefront of which is the Palestinian cause. His Majesty stressed the need to inject a new life into the peace process between the Palestinians and Israelis, saying Jerusalem should remain a final status issue of the peace process based on the two-state solution and international legitimacy resolutions. The member of Nizami Ganjavi International Center included former President of Serbia, Bulgaria, Ukraine, Croatia, and Latvia. It also included former Prime Ministers of the Czech Republic and Bosnia and Herzegovina, as well as political figures from several Arab and foreign countries. Prime Minister Hani al-Mulki said the government will set a price ceiling for bread and will not allow anyone to sell above that ceiling. He vowed strict punitive measures against violators. At a meeting with market controllers and officials from the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Supply, Mulki said it is important that bakeries abide by the price ceiling and deliver quality products to the consumer. During a tour of the Civil Consumer Corporation and the Military Consumer Corporation markets, the Prime Minister said the two corporations kept prices unchanged in 2015, 2016 and 2017 and will do so this year. He said the government allocated 10 million JDs to support the corporations to maintain price stability. And finally, for a quick look at the weather, cold and dry conditions will prevail across many parts of the kingdom, while winds will be southwesterly brisk, blowing dust in the Badia region. Amman tomorrow can expect a high of 14 degrees Celsius, dropping down to 6 at night. In the Gulf of Aqaba, moderate conditions are in the forecast with a high of 23 degrees and a low of 11. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news. I'm Nancy Khair. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.